Hey, good afternoon everybody. How you guys doing today? So today we're going to be working on a 2012 Ford Fiesta. We're going to be changing two front lower control arms and we're going to be changing a right side outer tie rod. Doesn't look like too bad of a job on this car. Haven't really worked on one of these before, but stay tuned and we're about to find out. Like always guys, make sure you chalk your wheels. Always use a jack stand. Make sure you be safe when you're doing this stuff because you don't want a car to fall on top of you. So we're going to remove the lock nut first, followed by the other three. Take these off. So if your wheel is a little stuck on there, guys, you can give it a little tap with a rubber mallet from the back side, or just give it a little one of these. Not a bad idea. A lot of people do this. When you take a wheel off a car, slide it under the car. It's just another precautionary measure. The jack fails, jack stand fails, everything fails. We have one more fail safe. Okay. And our control arm. So if we look, if I recall, should be a 13 on one side and a 15 on the other. Okay guys, so for the pinch bolt for the ball joint there, you're gonna have a 15 on the front side, that's the radiator side of the car, and it's a 13 millimeter on the back side. You're just gonna wanna spin that out, and I'm gonna show you how to open up the clamped part of the knuckle there so you can sneak that ball joint out of there. So once you get the nut loose on the ball joint hold down bolt here, you can just take a small punch and just tap it through. There she goes. It's a good practice to put the nut on a couple threads, guys, when you're doing that, just to protect the end of the threads so you don't mess that nut up. Now you can tap it through the rest of the way. Okay, what I did here, guys, is I just used a nice flat chisel. I put it in here. I didn't even use my air hammer, I just gave it a couple taps with the hammer. As you can see, the control arm, let's get the camera a little better here. There you go. You can see the ball joint is out of the knuckle. So now I'm going to take this bolt out right here, should be a 15 mil. All right, moving on to the front side bolt here, 15 mil. Okay, that one's out. Okay guys, rear bolt, 15 mil. Drops right out. Alright guys, so you want to grab it right here first, pull it out of this little pocket, and then you're just going to be fighting with that rear puck bushing at the back. You give it a couple of wiggles. Just like that. So, you can see with these rubber puck bushings, this is usually what happens to them. They sort of tear inside here. And you get some movements in your wheel like that. Another thing is the ball joint here will have play. Head and get yourself a whole control arm assembly. So as you can see, your new one comes with a new ball joint, new hockey puck bushing, and a new front control arm bushing. For the low cost of about 75 bucks, this is definitely the way to go. So as far as assembly goes, guys, it's the exact reverse of what we just did. You're going to want to start by feeding this rear puck bushing into the back of the subframe here. Okay. just like that. Then you're gonna slide that front side in. Then you're gonna put the ball joint stud through the knuckle, put your pinch bolt back in. Another thing that I wanna note with some of these aftermarket control arms, which is nice, you actually have a serviceable grease fitting, which is nice. You can go and grease this ball joint. Not like the factory one where it's a sealed item. Usually gives you a little bit longer life with some of these parts. Okay guys, just like that. Nothing to it. Make sure when you're putting your ball joint pinch bolt in, you line up the channel in the ball joint, because that bolt only fits in through that channel. You'll see when you have the old part out or the new part on the ground. Grease nipple, make sure you grease this ball joint before it all goes back together. Torque your wheels. Make sure you re-torque your wheels. Happy motoring, guys.